Have you ever found yourself standing in front of the pantry, staring at the chips or cookies thinking, who's in charge here, me or the carbs? If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll have a brain-based game plan to turn carb cravings way down without white-knuckling it, starving yourself, or moving into a cave every time someone brings donuts to work. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Dr. Tony Hampton, a board-certified obesity and family doc. And today we're going to talk about what's really driving those cravings in your brain and what you can do about it. First, if you crave carbs, it does not mean you're broken. It means your brain is doing what it was wired to do in a food environment that's way out of balance. Your brain has a built-in reward system that runs on a chemical called dopamine. Think of dopamine as your brain's pay attention, this matters signal. When you eat something sweet or starchy, bread, cookies, fries, potato chips, dopamine rises in key reward areas of the brain. Foods rich in sugar and fat boost dopamine much higher than most everyday experiences. Over time, the brain learns a simple equation. Refined carbs equal big dopamine party. So when you're stressed, tired, or bored, your brain doesn't say, let's meal prep salmon and broccoli. It says, where are the crackers? Here's the sneaky part. Ultra-processed foods are engineered to hit these reward centers hard. Companies combine sugar, refined starch, fats, and salt, then tune texture, crunch, smell, and even the sound of the package to create hyper-palatable foods. They're designed to be hard to stop eating, not just tasty. A lesser-known fact. Your brain may start releasing more dopamine in response to the cues, the sight, smell, logo, or time of day, than to the actual food. That's why you can walk past your coworker's candy bowl and feel a surge of wanting before you've even picked anything up. The cue has become the drug. Now let's talk about how cravings get wired in. The brain runs on loops. Trigger leads to behavior, leads to reward, leads to memory. Trigger is 9 p.m. I'm on the couch. Behavior, you grab ice cream or chips. Reward, dopamine hits, sugar shoots up, you feel comforted for a moment. Memory, your brain notes, this is how we survive 9 p.m. Let's do that again tomorrow. Repeat that loop for a while and you've trained your brain like a very smart dog that now expects a treat every night. With frequent hits from ultra-processed carbs, the brain can also become less sensitive to the same dopamine signal. Everyday pleasures, real food, a walk outside, good conversation don't register as strongly. So you chase bigger carb hits just to feel okay. Chronic stress pours gasoline on this fire. High cortisol over time lowers baseline dopamine and increases cravings, especially for carb-dense comfort foods. So how do we fix this without white-knuckling our way through every craving? Step 1. Respect the environment. If ultra-processed snacks are in your house, they are in your mouth. Eventually, your rational brain can win a few battles. But if your dopamine system keeps seeing, smelling, and hearing food cues, it will eventually wear you down. You want your environment doing the heavy lifting, not your willpower. Think of 3 zones. Red zone, foods that hijack your brain. Cookies, chips, candy, pastries, sugary cereals, soda, so-called healthy granola bars loaded with sugar. If it causes you to lose control, it doesn't belong in your regular environment. Donate it, toss it, or at least make it hard to have access to. Yellow zone. Foods that are okay sometimes but easy to overdo. Tortillas, bread, crackers, popcorn, keto treats, nut butters. If they stay, they go in small portions out of sight, not on the counter. Green zone. Foods that support your goals and don't trigger binges. Eggs, meat, fish, cheese if tolerated, Greek yogurt, olives, avocados, low-carb veggies, sparkling water. These are the foods you want to see first when you open the fridge or pantry. Simple brain hack. Put your green zone options at eye level and your yellow zone options low, high, or in opaque containers. The less your brain sees the trigger, the fewer dopamine loops you activate. Now let's talk about what to do in the moment. when the carb cravings hit like a wave, we're going to use the simple if-then rules. These pre-decisions calm the brain because you're not negotiating with yourself every time. If I get a craving after dinner, then I will drink a glass of water or herbal tea and wait 10 minutes. Most cravings peak and fall within 10 to 20 minutes. You're surfing a wave, not drowning in an ocean. If I'm still craving something after 10 minutes, then I will eat a protein-based option first, like a boiled egg, a few slices of deli turkey, a piece of cheese, or leftover meat. If it's not a craving, protein often shuts it down. If you're truly hungry, you'll be satisfied with real food. Here's a twist most people miss. Sometimes carb cravings are your brain asking for fuel, but the message is garbled. If you live on the blood sugar roller coaster, high carb breakfast, snacks all day, your brain is used to quick glucose hits. As soon as levels dip, it panics and screams. Carbs now, even if you've got plenty of energy stored as body fat. A lower carb, higher protein way of eating helps retrain your body to get access to the stored fuel again. Over time, many of my patients report that their afternoon and evening cravings simply fade. Not because they became more disciplined, but because their brain isn't in a constant energy crisis. Make sure you're hitting your protein target. Most adults do better aiming for roughly 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of ideal body weight per day, spread across 2 to 3 meals so their brain and muscles are well fed. Hydration and electrolytes matter too. Mild dehydration and low sodium can feel like I need a snack, when what you really need is water and salt, especially if you're low carb or keto or carnivore like myself. Finally, we don't just want to avoid bad dopamine, we want to build better dopamine. Start asking, what are my non-food dopamine sources? It might be walking outside, doing some resistance exercise, checking in with someone you care about, listening to music, or a simple practice like prayer, meditation, journaling, or breath work. These activities don't spike dopamine as sharply as ultra-processed carbs, but they lead to more stable levels and healthier wiring in the long run. You're retraining your brain to associate reward with things that actually move your life forward. So no, your carb cravings are not proof that you're weak. They're proof that your brain is human and your food environment is loud. When you understand dopamine, triggers, and habit loops, you stop blaming yourself and start redesigning the game. And if this was helpful, tap like so more people can escape the carb trap. Or hit subscribe because I've got more brain-based root cause strategies coming your way. And if you're ready for the next step, don't stop here. Click this video right here so you can continue your journey towards metabolic health. Your brain can be retrained, your cravings can calm down, and you don't have to white knuckle your way through the rest of your life to get there.